Hello everyone, I stumbled upon this article to learn CSS. Um, it mentions 8 games and it's some of them are pretty cool. So let's give it a like. Today I will be playing some of the levels of Flexbox Froggy and let's see how it goes. So there are 24 levels. Let's see how many we can complete in 10 to 20 minutes. So welcome to Flexbox Froggy, a game where you help frog and friends by writing CSS code. Okay, justify content aligns items horizontally and it can accept the following values. So we need to make this frog go to the extreme right. So we can write something like justify content right. Will this work? Okay, the accepted value is flex end. Yeah. Let's go to second level. Use justify content again to help these frogs get to their lily pads. Remember that this CSS property aligns item horizontally and accepts the following values. Let's look at each of the values. The first one is flex start. Item aligned to the left side of the container. Okay. And then there is flex end, which is to the right side. Center. Items align at the center of the container. Okay. And save space between items, display with equal spacing between them, and space around items, display with equal spacing around them. Okay, so for this I think center will work, but I need to try space between ones just to see how it looks. So let's try space between. Okay, so the items will have equal spacing between them. So this just makes them apart as far as possible for this scenario. And what about space around? So I think space for space around also they will come together in the middle because uh, items will stay together but with as much space around them. Let's try that. Um, oh, interesting. Items display with equal spacing around them. Okay. So this each individual item has an equal space. Then finally let's try center, which is the solution. Let's go to next level. Help all these three frogs find their lily pads just by using justify content. This time the lily pads have lots of space around them. If you find yourself forgetting the possible values of the property, you can just hover over the property name. Okay. So it will be justify content. We need equal spacing around. So we can just say space around. Yeah. And let's see space between in this case. In the case of space between, they don't care about the space between an item and the border of the content of the container. but in space around border of the container is also considered. Now use the lily pads on the edges uh, have drifted to the shore, increasing the space between them. Use justify content this time. The lily pads are equal spacing between them. Yeah. So now we will use space between. Yeah. Then now use align items to help the frogs to get to the bottom of the pond. This CSS property aligns the items vertically and accepts the following values: start, end, center, baseline. Items display at the baseline of the container. Hmm. And stretch. Items are stretched to fit the container. Okay. So justify content aligns them horizontally, and align items is used for vertical alignment. Hmm. Let's try each property. Nothing happened. Items are stretched to fit the container. I don't know what it means. Let's try baseline again. Am I doing it right? Align items, yeah. What about center? Okay. Then the answer is obviously flex end. But I need to look up this baseline and stretch in the future. Lead the frog to the center of the pond using a combination of justify content and align items. Okay. This reminds me of that famous meme of not knowing how to center a div, and then it will be align items of center. Yeah. The frog needs to cross the pond again, this time for some lily pads with plenty of space around them, using a combination justify content and align items. Uh, okay. So we will justify them with space around, and then we will align them with flex end. Yeah. How much time has passed? 8 minutes. The frog needs to get in the same order as their lily pads using flex direction. This CSS property defines the direction items are placed in the container and accepts the following values. Row. Items are placed as the same text direction. So row is the default option right now. Row reverse. Items are placed opposite to the text direction. Okay. Column items are placed top to bottom. Okay. And column reverse items are placed bottom to top. So I think the answer will be row reverse, but let's try other values too. Yeah. Interesting. So they start from the end. Okay. I thought they will just reverse but stay on top. So the answer will be row reverse. So help the frogs find their columns of lily pads using flex direction. This CSS property defines the direction items are placed in a container and accepts the following value. Again, same. So it will be just column. Help frogs get to their own lily pads. Although they seem close, it will take both flex direction and justify content to get there. Notice that when you set a direction to reversed row or column, start and end are also reversed. Okay. So first of all, we need to swap them. So let's just reverse the row first. So flex direction will be row reverse, and now we need to justify them to the end, because since the row is reversed, so the start of the flex will be here and the end will be here. So let's see if I'm right. Justify content to the flex end. Yeah. How much time has passed? 11 minutes. Good. Help the frogs find their lily pads using flex direction and justify content. Notice when the flex direction is a column, justify content changes to vertical and align items to horizontal. Oh, so it kind of rotates by 90 degree. Hmm. Okay, so flex direction will be column and justify content will be, so now justify content will align vertically instead of horizontally. So justify content will be flex end. This is fun. I should play other games too, but behind the camera. I mean, off. I will not record that. Um, Help the frogs and the lily pads using flex direction and justify content. Okay. So I think direction will be column reversed. Hmm. Is something wrong? Reverse. It's not reverse. It's reverse. Yeah. And justify content will be um, what are the values? Space between. Space between. Because yeah. Help the frogs using flex direction, justify content and align items. So in this case we need to use all three. So flex direction will be row reversed. Okay. Now we need to justify them to center. Justify content center, and now we need to push them to the bottom. So that will be align items. Flex end. Nice. Sometimes reversing the row or column order of a container is not enough. In these cases, we can apply the order property to individual items. By default, items have a value of 0, but we can use this property to also set it to a positive or negative integer like -2, -1, 0, 1, 2, etc. Use the order property to reorder the frogs according to their lily pads. Okay, so by default each one of them has a 0 property. So do we need yellow needs to come here. So yellow will have an order of 1. Okay, I'm not 100% sure about this. Let's see if there are more examples in. Okay. So here its order is 0. Here it will be -1. Here it will be -2. And it will be -3. If I understand it correctly. Yeah. Another property that you can apply to individual items is align self. This property accepts the same value as align items and its value for a specific item. Okay. So only this frog needs to come down. So we will only align this. So we are only selecting this particular frog. Align self, flex end. Let's just complete all the levels. Combine order with align self to help the frogs to their destinations. Wow. So for yellow, it will be, it will grab both the yellow ones, and that's something. Let's try to order. Let's try order 2. Okay. How did it work? This went front by 2 rows, and this went 1, 2. What if we try order 3? Hmm. Order is not how it works. What was that order level? Where is it was first introduced? Here. So if we try, oh, it's relative to the other positions. Okay, okay. So we are at 17. So that means yellow has a higher order than all of the green ones. That's why yellow frogs will be at the end. Okay. Now it's just about align self. Yeah. Hmm. Hmm. Oh no, the frogs are all squeezed into single row of lily pads. Spread them out using the flex wrap property, which accepts the following values. No wrap. Every item is a fit into a single line. Wrap items wrap around 2 additional lines. Wrap reverse. Items wrap around 2 additional lines in reverse. So no wrap is the default one. Let's try flex wrap of wrap. Okay. And what if we do wrap reverse? Weird. So this start. Okay. So this becomes the first row and this becomes the second row if we do wrap reverse. Help this army of frogs form 3 orderly columns using a combination of flex direction and flex wrap. Okay. So flex direction will be column. Yeah. And now we need to wrap this. Level 20. Two properties, flex direction and flex wrap, are used so often together that the shorthand property flex flow was created to combine them. This shorthand property accepts the value of one or two properties separated by a space. For example, we can use flex flow of row wrap to set rows and wrap them. Try using flex flow to repeat the previous level. Okay, flex flow will be column and wrap. Level 21. The flocks are all spread over the pond, but the lily pads are bunched at the top. You can use align content to set how multiple lines are spaced apart from each other. Okay, align content is different from align items. So align content, it will be flex start because stretch is by default. Yeah, and I just want to try align contents once. Oh no, align items. Okay. Now the current has bunch of lily pads at the bottom. Use align content to guide to the frogs there. Align content of flex and the frogs have had a party, but it is time to go home. Use a combination of flex direction and align content to get to their lily pads. Hmm. Flex direction will be column reversed. And align content will be space around, I think. No. Center. Yeah. Last level. Bring the frogs home one last time by using CSS properties you have learned. Okay. So they are not revealing any properties. Let's see. First, let's just wrap them. Um, okay. And now I think it will be. Should it be wrap reversed? What if we try something like Hmm. This one is hard, but what's the point of recording all this if I can't solve this one? Okay. Um, we can see that I think what if we try order here? Nothing will change because we can't order any individual items, can we? Hmm. Let's just try. Okay. Now we need um, so we are using column reverse for flow. So justify content will be used to align them. So should we use justify content of center? Yeah. And now we need this to the end. So since we are using column reverse, it will be align items to flex end, I think. Wait. Um, row, column reverse. Let's try align items. No. Oh, it should be um flex. What was end? No. Start. No. What about baseline? Can we select yellow here? No, I don't think so. Align content. Yeah, let's try align content. Space between. Wow, that was hard, and I clearly need to practice a lot more. Okay, what's next? Hmm, you win. Thanks to your mastery of Flexbox, you were able to help all the frogs with their lily pads. Just look how happy they are. Be sure to visit Grid Garden, and you can also find other games at CodePip. Okay, so that's it for the video. It was 30 minutes long. I will check out other games, and you can too. I will link it in the description. And if you watched till the end, thanks. Bye.